Hey everybody, welcome back to Open Fire Tactical. I'm your host Buttonhole once again. Out here rolling around in the desert on a Labor Day, and man, there is a boatload of people out here. So this will be a short one, but I wanted to complain. Not that any of you guys like complainers, but let me flip the camera around. I'm going to do some zooming in. This is why we're losing our areas to shoot recreationally. The piles of junk everywhere. Shot up fire extinguishers, trash everywhere. The wood doesn't bother me, and the smashed clay pigeons don't bother me. Clay pigeons are actually biodegradable in the wood. You know, that's wood. But all the garbage, people putting their targets out here and leaving them. Oh, I want to leave it for somebody else. You know, that's a lame excuse. Clean up after yourself. You brought it out here, you take it home. Period. This kind of thing just really disgusts me, and it trashes our desert and our natural resources. But this is why, if we can't shoot out here, this is why. So continue to earn the hate, or do the right thing and clean up after yourself. You know, you pack it in, you pack it out, throw it away. You got a trash can at your house, or a dumpster if you live in an apartment. Figure it out, people. Man, I'm really irritated if you can't tell. All right, stand by and we'll get to shooting. Okay, so now that my complaining is over with, let's get to it. So I got Katie with me today here on the range, and we're gonna do some camping scenario. And I've been watching videos on YouTube, of course, and these people that go camping in the middle of nowhere, I totally get it. You want serenity, you want to be by yourself, you want just some alone time and listen to the woods, or out here in the desert. And there's people that live out here, and those are the things that concern me the most. But these people that do these videos, scary camping encounters, none of them are armed. And if they are armed, I think it's a setup. So it's not and what I mean by that is it's not really real, but it could be. And so being out here and training, you know, shooting, not necessarily quote unquote training, but shooting. And Katie is willing to let me videotape her while she engages three people that would potentially invade her camping area. And while I'm talking to you, I'm loading up my 40. So we want to do that and see how well she does. So just because somebody's by your campsite doesn't mean that you can engage that person. That would be assault with a deadly weapon. You could go to jail for that. However, brandishing, not really in a campsite. I mean, I would have my sidearm with me anyway. But if I were to engage somebody, I wouldn't necessarily want to rely on my sidearm. I would go to the carbine or a rifle. But that's a choice that you're going to have to figure out for yourself and what works best for you. So with that being said, I'm going to pause the video. I'll change the view. And then I'm going to have Katie stand. And I just discussed this with her. She's going to do 2 targets per. So the scenario is they've already have threatened her with an axe. One guy has a shovel and the other person has a knife, and she's out here in the middle of nowhere and she fears for her life, and that is a genuine concern. So let me stop the video and then we'll turn it around and we'll get busy on these 3 targets and see how well she does or doesn't do. Stand by. Okay, so there's 4 targets out there, but the guy that's the furthest away, right there, we're not going to worry about that person. It's just not there. That target was there. So was this one when we got here this morning. Oops. That guy, he was already there. He does have 2 shots in him, one in the X ring and one at 3 o'clock, I believe, the 8 or 9 ring. But I know that there's 2 shots. And so, Katie, when you're ready, go ahead and engage these 3 perpetrators with 2 shots each. All right, we're gonna pause it and then we'll walk on down there and see how well she did or didn't do. Stand by. Boy, that was some crappy camera work too, I'll tell you. I don't mind admitting, but it's hard to do this with the phone, so stand by. So this is perpetrator number 1. There's the 2 holes there that I talked about, the 10 ring and the 9 ring, and so nothing new on here. Let's go check out the other 2. Stand by. All right, so we got these big old butt flies out here too. So she hit this guy twice. I keep zooming in too much. There's a hole right there and there's a hole right there. So good shooting on her part. So one guy is definitely dead. One guy ran off. And we'll go check on that guy right there. It's hard to see the targets through this phone lens because they are cardboard and it blends right into the desert settings. But let's stand by and walk on over there and then I'll video it. Hold on. All right, and this guy, he got hit once. He's wounded. Definitely a trip to the hospital, and that is right there. So good shooting on her part. Not everybody died. You know, 1 casualty out of 2. One guy ran away and one guy's going to the hospital. So for standing unsupported, the truck is way over there. That's pretty good. That's damn good. And this is her 2nd time out with that rifle. And last weekend she did really good. She's just getting better and better. So if you guys are trying to get your girlfriends and your wives or friends like Katie, she's my friend, nothing could be better. Get them out there and encourage them to defend themselves like they would their children, especially if they're out camping. It's just you. So you are responsible for your own safety. So all right, you guys, once again, thank you so very much for coming out here to Open Fire Tactical. Have a blessed day and happy Labor Day. Peace.